it is tempting to think of history's turning points as inevitable. Grand designs orchestrated by powerful figures. We imagine intricate plots unfolding perfectly, leading inexorably toward war or revolution. But sometimes, the gears of history grind forward, not because of precision planning, but because of an astounding, almost unbelievable string of failures, mishaps, and sheer bad luck. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, the spark that ignited the catastrophic inferno of World War I, is perhaps the greatest comedy of errors ever staged, a tragic farce that somehow resulted in the death of millions. We are not talking about a brilliant, swift, and clean political execution. This was an embarrassing, chaotic mess involving inept terrorists, failed technology, and a crucial, utterly devastating wrong turn. The morning of June 28, 1914, found the Archduke and his wife Sophie, Duchess of Hohenberg. Arriving in Sarajevo, the capital of Bosnia, security was lax, and the parade route was easily accessible to the 7 waiting conspirators. Members of the group known as the Black Hand. The first attempt to kill the Archduke was a spectacular failure. A young man named Nedeljko Vabranovia threw his bomb at the motorcade. However, the bomb had a 10-second delay fuse, giving the Archduke's driver time to accelerate past the projectile. The bomb bounced off the back of the car and detonated beneath the following vehicle, injuring several officers and bystanders. Vabranovia promptly swallowed his cyanide pill, only to discover that it was old and merely made him sick. He then jumped into the Miljaska River, which was only 4 inches deep due to the summer drought, and was immediately captured by the police. The whole plan was already ruined, and the security detail wanted the Archduke to leave the city immediately. But Franz Ferdinand, showing a characteristic blend of obstinacy and concern for his injured staff, insisted on visiting the hospital first. This decision meant altering the official route through the city. Crucially, no one bothered to inform the lead driver of the motorcade about this change. Following the hospital visit, the motorcade set off again, intended to proceed directly along the city's main artery, the Appel Quay. They were supposed to bypass the city center entirely. But when the procession reached the corner of Franz Joseph Street and the Appel Quay, the lead driver, unaware of the new instructions, turned right straight into the crowded city streets. In the ensuing chaos, General Podiorik, sitting with the Archduke, shouted, "What is this? We are going the wrong way." The driver slammed on the brakes, attempting to reverse the heavy vehicle and get back onto the correct route. The car stalled right there on the corner, its engine choked and silent. At that exact, impossible moment, another of the Black Hand conspirators, Gavrilo Princip, happened to be standing on the sidewalk. Princip, thoroughly demoralized by the morning's failures, had given up on the assassination and was reportedly buying a sandwich to recover his spirits. He looked up and saw, idling directly in front of him, the distinctive open-topped car containing the target he had spent months plotting to kill. The Archduke was a sitting duck, immobilized by a navigational error. Princip pulled his pistol and fired 2 shots from point-blank range. The first bullet struck Sophie in the abdomen, and the second hit Franz Ferdinand in the neck. They died minutes later, side by side in their stalled car, because the driver took a turn he should not have taken. This single, absurd era wrong turn, leading a car directly into the path of a disillusioned terrorist buying lunch, triggered an avalanche of global consequences. Austria-Hungary, seizing the opportunity, blamed Serbia and issued an ultimatum, which Serbia could not fully meet. Russia mobilized to defend Serbia, which led Germany to mobilize against Russia, pulling in France through complex alliances. Within weeks, the failure of a cheap cyanide pill, the bouncing of a 10-second delay bomb, and the terrible mistake of an uninformed chauffeur culminated in declarations of war across Europe. A moment of pure farcical incompetence on a sunny street in Sarajevo devolved into 4 years of industrialized slaughter across the continent. It's a stark reminder that sometimes the deepest currents of history are redirected not by grand strategy, but by the tiniest, most humiliating blunders. If you find these catastrophic coincidences of history as fascinating as we do, you should certainly subscribe to Historical Repos for more explorations into the moments where things went spectacularly wrong.